Hey guys, it's me, Holly Madison. Welcome back to my channel. I have clothes hanging all around me today. I did a big closet purge, organized my closets, not this one. I have 3 closets in my master suite and I did the other 2. This one's still waiting, but I'm planning a trip to Salem, Massachusetts in a few weeks, which I will share with you guys. I'll definitely vlog that. And I'm hanging up all my clothes for the trip over my head and around me because my vanity's in my closet. That's where we are right now. Anyway, if you'd hit the like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. But today's video, I'm going to take you shopping for some witchy supplies. I'm going to try a couple new stores. The idea to go to these stores came about on TikTok. Some of you guys suggested these stores to me, so I'm going to go check them out. And the reason you guys suggested these stores to me is I was trying to figure out what happened to me this one time when I think I went through a timeline shift. Now, I've told this story on TikTok before, so if you've heard it, just fast forward like a minute or two. But there was this one time, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I think it was in 2017, a friend of mine and I were driving around town going to different supply stores, like esoteric supplies for witchy stuff. And I was typing in some keywords, looking up some new places, and this place popped up that we drove to, which wasn't too far away from where we were. We were shopping in like kind of around the downtown area, but not quite, like a little bit west of downtown. And we found this new place that was a little bit south of where we were. I remember the street name. I'm not going to say the street name because there's so many other supply stores on this street that I think everybody would be like, oh, it's this store, that store, that store, but it's not. I checked. So we went to this store and it was in a part of town that I hadn't been to before. It was a little maybe further south than I had been before. And I remember the few blocks surrounding it pretty well because there was a McDonald's about 2 blocks north of the place. I was really, really hungry that day. So I remember after we went to the store, I went and got a cheeseburger real quick. And there was also across from the McDonald's, there was like a transportation hub. It almost looked like a light rail station, but it wasn't a light rail. I don't know how to explain it, but I remember seeing it and thinking it was really unusual for LA. Like LA doesn't really have that kind of mass transit. I know they recently added like a light rail thing down in Santa Monica. I don't go to Santa Monica too often, but it was some sort of like unusual transportation hub. And this store that we found was amazing. This store, it was very narrow. It reminded me of something from Diagon Alley in Harry Potter. It was packed to the brim of all sorts of supplies from many different traditions. And in the center, they had this big cauldron, which had all kinds of goods in it. And it was just so amazing. It was like definitely a mom and pop store. It wasn't fancy. It was definitely like, even though it was a really cute store, it was just kind of cute on its own and cool because it had the cauldron and it had really good supplies. It wasn't like it was a store that was kind of designed carefully or with really pretty displays. It was nothing like that. It was like candles and everything just shoved on these racks. It was just such a good store. Like the supplies they had were really good. I don't know how to explain it. The stores I'm going to take you to today, I haven't been to before, but I think they're stores where like a little more care is taken to make it look like a nice store. And this wasn't like that. It was very raw and real and just very good. So I bought a few things, nothing super special, just like some cool candles and stuff. Got my burger and we went home. And then there have been other times since then when my friend and I have been out shopping, looking for supplies and things, and we want to go back to that store. And I kid you not, we have tried so hard to find this store, both in person and on Google Maps and Google Earth. Like we've tried so hard to find this store and we can't find it anywhere. And the crazy thing is, you know, my friend who was with me remembers everything exactly as I do. And even though like I'm sure I remember the street name, I've also like I haven't stuck to that. I've looked outside like in case I remembered that wrong. But I can't find, not only can I not find the store, but I can't find an area of town that matches the area of town I went to. So if there was ever a time I timeline shifted, I think that was it. Anyway, I posted that story on TikTok and some of you guys gave me some really good suggestions for witch stores. So I'm going to go to a few of them today. My kids are in school right now, so follow me.
This shop is called The Crooked Path in Burbank.
After that, we're headed to another store. There's the famous Circus Liquor sign. Okay, now we're going to a store called The Green Man. It's in North Hollywood. I'll let you know what I get. Okay, I'm back at my house and I will show you my haul. First from the Crooked Path in this lovely purple bag. They had all kinds of tarot card boxes, these little wooden boxes. And some of them will have like pictures of like Rider-Waite cards on the front. I have one that I got from somewhere else of the Star card because that's my favorite card. I'm an Aquarius rising, and that's the Aquarius card. Anyway, I got this cute little tarot box with the Ouija board on the front, which I've never seen one of these before. And I don't love using a Ouija board to try to contact spirits. Actually, I never use one. You know what's bugging me so bad is all these wires under this cabinet, and I need to get those fixed. Like when I moved back into this house, it was before the pandemic, and I had my TV put up, but I didn't like finish everything out. And then it was like, oh, the pandemic, I don't want anybody to come to my house. And now I just need to do that. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So I don't use a Ouija board to contact spirits just because it's like, I don't have the patience to have it like, have a word spelled out. And also like, I just don't trust things where it's like your own hand could be moving it or the person with you. I don't know. I used to love Ouija boards when I was a kid though. My mom got me one. It was vintage. It had like a Grim Reaper looking character on the front. And me and my friend Jenny used to like invite boys over to the house and like scare them. They were like so excited to come over, but it just wasn't what they were expecting. Anyway, but I love the aesthetic of a Ouija board. Like I have the doormat from Spirit Stores that has the Ouija board pattern on it. So very excited about this tarot box. They also have cauldrons there. I made a TikTok on bay leaf burning, and a lot of you guys were asking where I got my cauldron. I don't even remember where I got my first one, but there's a loud truck outside my house. So annoying. I live in Hollywood, but I live in a very woodsy area. So usually I feel like I'm all in the woods in my little witch cottage and stuff. But I swear when I film a video, that's when like all the trucks come out and the helicopters and all the crazy stuff. So yeah, they have cauldrons at the Crooked Path, a cute little selection. They have ones bigger than this. They have ones that are a little bit smaller, different colors. So I got that because I needed another one. And then I got this thing, a little planchette with the Ouija board pattern on it that I love so much. I'm not sure what this is, if we're supposed to use it as a planchette or a coaster, but I just couldn't resist it. It's so cute. So this store had like a little book section. They had one of those countertops with all the little bowls of tiny crystals and things like that. They had a few oddities. It was a really nice store. But what I really loved is they have like a whole apothecary behind the counter. It's very cute. So if you need some Eye of Newt, just go there. From the crystal counter, I got 2 little pieces of selenite, and they call these Selenite Marshmallows, which I'd never heard anybody call that before, and I think that's really cute. I also got 2 pieces of Angelite because it was just calling out to me. And I love the baby blue color. Baby blue is one of my favorite colors. It's very like Marie Antoinette vibes. And I got a little piece of pyrite. This is my spirit mineral. I grew up in Alaska and we would find pyrite all over the place. We just called it fool's gold back then. I've just always been very drawn to it. Not sure where I'm gonna put those. I'm gonna walk around my house and just see where I think they want to go. So that's what I got at the Crooked Path. So here's my bag from the Green Man. I got some stuff there. Now this store was interesting. So I went in there and I instantly got the worst vibe, but it's not because of the store or anybody who works at the store. It's kind of a small shop and there were like 4 people in there, but it felt so crowded to me. And that could be partway because I'm very introverted and I don't really like being around crowds, but I just got like the worst vibe. So I kind of did that thing where I like put on an invisibility cloak mentally where I like don't want anybody to really notice me. Like I'm not literally invisible, but I just don't want people to really notice. And there were like 3 people busy checking out. And then there was this other person shopping. And I think it was the other person I was getting the weird vibes from. I'm asking my psychic next time I talk to her because I'm so curious, what was this vibe? Because I just walked in and felt like, you know, when you walk in somewhere and you just feel like, no. But I don't think it was a store. Like, I'm not talking smack about the store. You should go there. It's a really cool store. They really know what they're doing there. They actually offer witchcraft classes there, and they have a lot of really cool merchandise that I hadn't seen, and just cool things like homemade candles and like candles that were 2 different colors, but not the usual colors you see around in stores. So I really feel like they definitely know what they're doing. It's a great store, but I don't know. There was somebody in there that was like giving off a vibe. I'm gonna ask about it. So, and I just felt like choked up, and I was always getting physically kind of blocked in the store because they have like a table in the center. So it's kind of like a circle. And I was kind of stuck in one area. Like I couldn't, because the one person was here and then the 3 people checking out were over here. So I was kind of like stuck, and I didn't want to like even say excuse me or like walk past them because the vibe I was getting was so weird. Whew, it was a lot. But I found this very cute journal. It has a crow on it. Crows and ravens are my thing. I always see them. They tell me where to go. I know that sounds weird, but like if I see a bunch of ravens or crows flying somewhere and I'm out walking, I know that's where I'm supposed to go. And it always works. There's always ravens and crows around my house. I was out with a friend once, and we were going to eat at this place called Sage over in like Echo Park. And we parked the car, and there was a crow sitting on like a wire above us. And I swear this crow was talking to me. It was so weird. Anyway, if I haven't lost you yet, here's my crow notebook. It's a very nice, like homespun looking little grimoire. I don't know what I'm gonna write in it. I use journals all the time. I'm constantly writing down lists because I feel like for manifestation, for me, it's way more effective to write down what I want to do rather than just type it in the notes on my phone, even though sometimes I do that too, just so I always have it handy. But this is such a nice little book. I kind of don't want it to just be one of my typical journals where I'm writing down stuff that I'm gonna throw away later. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna use this for, but I like it, it's very cute. They're very careful about wrapping things up for you, which is nice. I got this little trinket box. It has 3 women on it, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. It's very pretty. It's just a cute little trinket box. I'm gonna put this in my witchcraft room. And like I said, they have homemade candles there. And I thought these were really cute. I'd never seen snake candles before, but I really like these. They do homemade skulls too, and homemade cauldrons. I got a cauldron one. See, look how cute this cauldron candle is. And, you know, just feeding my love for the Ouija board aesthetic. I got this little keychain. This is a big keychain, so I'm not going to use it for my actual keys, but I'll find some place for it because I really like it. I love how it has a little planchette dangling at the end too. Okay, one thing I loved about the Green Man is they actually sell lodestones. I don't know a lot of places that sell lodestones. And I know the second I say that, a million people are gonna chime in the comments and be like, here's 550 places in LA you can buy lodestones. But for whatever reason, like I usually don't find lodestones around. And when I've needed a lodestone for something, I've ordered it online. But yeah, I have 2 little lodestones in here. So very good to know. The Green Man, North Hollywood, sells lodestones. And then I got this calcite. I think the label said it was orange calcite. There's also a calcite called honey calcite that's a little bit lighter, but this to me looks like 2 things that I love. It looks like honey. I have my own beehive, so I've harvested honey, and this kind of reminds me of like a honeycomb, and before you extract the wax from the honey. And it also reminds me of Mimolette cheese, which is my favorite cheese. So I just want to eat this crystal. And then they have these cute little homespun test tubes full of bath salts. And this one is Second Sight Herbal Bath Soak. Your intuition touched by light. Bless yourself with the gift of second sight. Because if you know me, you know I just really wish I was more psychic and, you know, had more of that. So maybe that'll help. We'll see. And then I got 3 little stone creatures. This is a crocodile. I'm going to give this to my son because he loves pirates. He loves playing pirates. And of course, if you know the Peter Pan cartoon and the crocodile that bit off Captain Hook's hand, that's a part of the story. So I'm going to give that to him. And I got a cat for my daughter because she loves cats. She really wishes she had her own cat. So I'm going to give her that. And then for me, I got a raven. I already have one of these ravens. A friend bought it for me, but you can never have enough little carved stone ravens, in my opinion. The last thing I got was this tarot deck was calling out to me. Tarot of the Vampires. Let's look at it. I don't have a ton of tarot decks in my collection. I know I've shown them to you before in my Witchcraft Room video. Because I am a Rider-Waite basic. Like, I know that's like such a basic tarot deck, but I just love the illustrations and all the symbolism they hold, and I just feel a real personal connection to that deck. I even have a card that I think of as my card, and a card for each of my kids that I think of as their card. And, you know, everybody in my life, not everybody in my life, but like super close, special people. Everybody has a card in my mind, so. Oh, here's the inside of this. Oh, it comes with a whole book. I thought the cards were gonna be huge. They're not, they're normal size, but. So this is a decent sized book all about this deck. So you could really get into that deck. But yeah, my other favorite deck is the Game of Thrones deck, which is so well done. The illustrations are all characters and scenes from Game of Thrones, but they're made to look like the Rider-Waite deck. So it holds a lot of the same symbolism, and the cards are instantly recognizable if you know that deck. And I love that deck. And I love, I came across a picture of George R.R. Martin, the author of Game of Thrones, and his wife from back when they first met. And she looked like Sansa Stark, and she was reading tarot. So I thought that was so cool. And I wonder if she had anything to do with that deck being made, because it wasn't just like a sloppy, you know, let's just slap some pictures on a deck of cards that people do a lot of times with merchandise. It was like whoever made that deck like really knows what they're doing. And it says in the set when you buy it, there's a little booklet, it says who does it. But I wonder like if his wife like kind of shepherded that assignment along. These are cute. Got our crow there. This is a look. These are super cute. I mean, I would wear this outfit. Ooh, there's a mermaid. I really like this deck. I didn't know why I was drawn to this deck because, like I said, I'm a Rider-Waite basic. I usually don't stray from that. I don't have a huge deck collection, but this one called out to me and I really like it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my witchy haul. Let me know where you want me to go shopping next, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.